Hi everyone, welcome to our Tarot. Today I would like to talk about the Sahel conflict predictions in 2024. So I'm being guided by the spirits to tap into the information, and because I don't really know much about the region, so all the pronunciations of the countries over here, I might do it wrong. So I hope you can forgive me about that. So the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna pick one card for each country that is being listed in this photo. So and try to figure out which one that we might actually need to concern about more. I don't think I would do every one of them. Maybe just one, or maybe a little bit more than that. But I'll see what the progress is. Okay. So, and I will also use the method of internal and external perception towards the region to see how the conflict will continue on a monthly basis after I decided which one I would like to talk about. Hopefully this can bring some light to the ongoing conflicts, and hopefully people can be safe. And as always, if you like the content, if you feel like it, please subscribe, and also please click the like button. And please leave any comments underneath if you would like to know more about certain things or topic. And I will ask my guides and my intuition to see if I should talk about them. So first of all, I would like to talk about Mauritania. So I got the Six of Swords for Mauritania. Six of Swords means a period of recovery, and also like when people need to travel overseas, this is the indicator. It can also mean the peace after turbulence. I'm considering talking about it, but I'm not sure because it is relatively peaceful. But the reason I might talk about it is because it is the peace after turbulence. So we'll see. Senegal, the Hierophant. The Hierophant, first of all, it is a major arcana. So I would lean towards talk more about the places that are being represented by the major arcana, because they are more about bigger forces involved. So the Senegal is represented by the Hierophant in 2024. Hierophant usually it means something very old and traditional, and also it can mean, as you see that there are three persons in this picture, there's one person who definitely has the power, and this person is a lot about traditions, and what I can tell is this person is not open-minded. So there are two persons following this person's guidance. So this can mean the interference of foreign powers, but it's also about tradition, stability, and Hierophant can also mean schools, education, hospitals. So and of course this person has followers, you see, these two. So I would see the Senegal actually has some kind of influential thing going on this year. The Gambia is represented by the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, it's about an emotional energy. Queen of Cups can be kindness, but also an emotional state that is not very stable. Like things keep changing. An emotional situation. But it is also about compassion. So there are a lot of emotions over there. Guinea is represented by the Hangman. Hangman means sacrifice, surrender. So I think it is something that can be quite significant. Hangman is also about old ways of thinking. So when I think about the traditional and old ways of thinking, it can represent someone who doesn't want to change, who is just living in the past. And it's interesting that the Hierophant represents Senegal, and the Guinea is represented by the hangman. Senegal is about old traditions. Hangman is about the need for a change, but probably not always wanting to change, and it can represent procrastination also. Mali is represented by King of Pentacles. So this emphasizes the focus in money, monetary gains, and someone who just focusing on the money side. So what I can tell is the Mali side is, I believe that it will follow the money. Not anything else but the money and resources. Burkina Faso is represented by the Fool. Fool is a major arcana card, and it represents new beginnings and something that is unknown. And this person is not aware or doesn't care about the cliff. It can be quite dangerous, but at the same time, they have followers. You see this? They do have followers. And there's also the sun in the right corner. That means something comes to light, and the situation is quite profound, I would say, because the Fool card is the first card of the entire deck. So something brand new is happening over there. But can be an unexpected nature. So it is worth to talk about. Okay, Niger is represented by the Knight of Cups, sorry. Knight of Cups is an emotional energy because of being the Cup card. Knight of Cups, quite often it means invitations. Can be some sort of peaceful good news. But it's also kind of emotional, probably without very concrete support, and people just follow their intuition, and it can be kind of romantic too. So when people are in a romantic state of mind, they tend not to focus too much about the practicality of things, so it's more emotionally driven. So this Nine of Pentacles is represented by the Chat. The Chat, I think it shares the similarities with Mali because they are Pentacle cards and they focus on money. But the difference is Mali is more about the ruling class that is concerned about the money and gains, big corporations, something like that. But the Chat, since it is Nine of Pentacles, it is about prosperity and abundance. self-reliance. So I think this region will be filled with prosperity somehow in this year, or there will be a focus about being self-reliant about resources, money. But keep in mind that Nine of Pentacles is not Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is the total of the Pentacles. It's about everything prosperous. But since this one is Nine of Pentacles, so I would consider it as mostly independent, but there is still influences from other places or other things. But in general, it is a card of prosperity and being able to have its own boundaries and resources. Sudan is represented by Four of Wands. Four of Wands means celebration, completion, and also homeland, family. So it is also about stability and support. So I don't feel like it's gonna be very bad. In fact, there will be some sort of completion for Sudan, like something has been accomplished. And I'm sorry that my camera actually shuts off for some reason. So because of the coincidence, when I was talking about Sudan, I can imagine that there is something definitely coming to an end. So, and I think the universe actually wants us to know that there's something that is culminating in Sudan this year. So it's a good thing. So right now I want to talk about Eritrea. Eritrea is represented by the Four of Cups. Four of Cups means indecision, indecisive, and because there are options on the table, but this person is not being fulfilled by the offer. So if there is a conflict in this area, it's not being resolved yet because there are options. But at the same time, it's not a very serious stage, because if it is very serious, then this person will be forced to take action. But this person can think about the options on the table. So I don't think it is such a difficult time for this area, or maybe relatively less difficult than the others. Okay. I also want to point out that the Queen of Wands is the bottom card of this spread. So Queen of Wands means the mother, and being protective. So I think this year, in these regions, I think they have a theme that is quite prominent, which is about protection, about borders, and also some of the countries will think about, who are we originated from, and thinking about the mothering energy of the country, which is about protection, the origin, and the feminine. So I intuitively think, even though there can be instability, but but there is also protection. But definitely it varies from country to country, like what degree of protection they will be getting, and what degree of the protection they think they need. Okay. So now I'll try to figure out which one the universe wants me to talk about first. And as I said, I want to focus on the major arcana. So the major arcana actually represents Senegal, Guinea, and Burkina Faso. So I would like to ask the spirit and the universe, please point towards the country you want me to talk about first. Senegal, Guinea, Burkina Faso. So, okay. Again, Queen of Wands at the bottom. It means protection, and I think these three places are definitely prominent in this year's possible conflicts, and so I think the direction is right, that we should talk about them. And I also want to especially talk about the star card. The star card represents the Senegal. So I think there is a recovery, renewal, there is hope for Senegal, and for Guinea there will be invitations. And because Knight of Cups actually it was representing the Niger before, so I feel like there might be a connection between Guinea and Niger, and it's about an invitation, an emotional nature invitation, and it can be about love, with some kind of romantic or maybe idealistic reasons. So the Guinea and Niger is having something interesting going on. So for Burkina Faso, it's represented by the Nine of Pentacles. So previously, it is being represented by Chad. So I think Burkina Faso is actually having a close connection with Chad this year, and it's about self-reliance, prosperity, and money. So I also need to clarify that even though I'm thinking maybe Guinea and Chad, they share some similarities with Guinea and Burkina Faso, they share the same card with Niger and Chad respectively. Even though I've intuitively think there are links between these countries that are influencing each other, but they can also mean they simply have the same concerns. So for Guinea, it's about an invitation. emotional nature. And it can also mean people going to the east side. And Burkina Faso, there is a concern about, well, yeah, Burkina Faso is more about the money. Yeah. Okay, so because the major arcana is the star card, so I will first talk about Senegal. So I will first talk about January 2024. For Senegal, January 2024, what will be the internal situation that we need to know about? And how the external world will see it. Okay, so for Senegal, January 2024, the internal is about the Sun card. It's about things coming to light. The external world see it as the leader who is being very passionate about things. King of Wands is about passion. And of course, it is about the kingship, and it definitely is the ruler. Something very powerful is happening in Senegal in January 2024. But the Ten of Swords at the bottom, so it also means that something is coming to an end and coming to a defeat. So I want to dive more into what is about the Sun card. Is it about an alliance, or is it about something come to light? What will be the nature of the Sun? Sun card about the Hierophant. Okay, so Hierophant, in the beginning of this video, it already showed up, and as I said, it's about traditions, it's about older people, and this can be a spiritual leader or religious leader also. Six of Swords. Remember I mentioned about Mauritania? We got the Six of Swords for Mauritania at the beginning of the video. So I'm thinking maybe there's something related to Mauritania that's going on, or maybe the country itself is also recovering from from wounds. And people might be traveling. So I want to know, is this Hierophant about foreign powers or something else? It's something else. So when I use cards to point towards a direction, if the card shows up as major arcana, then I will follow that route to tap into that energy. So I will only talk about the Devil right now, the King of Pentacles, because it's minor, so it's less significant in this case. Doesn't mean anything. It means something. It means someone. King of Pentacles is countries that have a lot of money, and they sort of involved. But the major thing is about the Devil. So the Devil means restriction, problems, manipulation. Can be the manipulation of the old system is coming to light, and something is coming to an end. So is this Devil pointing towards the ruling class, the religion, or just the conflict in general? Okay. I think it's about the ruling class in general, and in general the conflict. So, and the bottom card is Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups means happiness and family. For ruling class Senegal, I picked the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is actually, this person has a lot of wisdom, and she is intuitive. But the High Priestess is also about secrets. We don't see something behind the scene. You see, behind her, there's a curtain, and something is being hidden. In general, the conflict is represented by the Magician. So there is a new beginning. Magician can be a trickster power, trickster energy. So someone is trying to make something out of nothing. So right now I would like to talk about the Magician energy. Why the Magician energy? It's about a conflict. Lovers. Ace of Wands. So for the conflicts in Senegal, things regarding the conflicts in general, there will be cooperation and there is a new beginning. Ace of Wands means removing the obstacles. So I think in general it's pretty beneficial, but because at the beginning I pulled a Ten of Swords underneath the deck, so I feel like there can be painful endings also. but in general, it is a big step forward. And I also want to talk about, in Senegal, January 2024, how the people of Senegal will feel about the situation. Worry. 3 of Swords. Okay. So there's definitely worry. Because there's sorrow, there's pain. How the government will see the situation, the Senegal government. Poverty, lack, scarcity. Moon card, instability. So even though things are coming to light in Senegal in January, I don't see the stability, even though there are some positive things going on about a collaboration. I still want to tap into the devil, to the Hierophant. What is represented by the Hierophant? What is about the Hierophant? 3 of Cups. Okay. The alliance and cooperation of 3 persons or 3 sides. 2 of Cups. Cooperation. There will be a cooperation in Senegal. There will be an alliance. Is this cooperation more about foreign powers or another powers within the Sahel region, or just internal cooperation within Senegal? So I feel like for foreign relations, there might be indecision. And I do think like the cooperation actually came from within. So I feel like it's more about internal compromise being represented by the Temperance. For this cooperation among Sahel region is being represented by the Hermit. So Hermit is about introspection. It is about wisdom. So someone maybe in the region who is very, very wise about the region, and there can be an influence from this figure. And this person is carrying a star. So I can imagine that someone in the region actually gives advice, or there's an influence from them to bring the healing to the region. And Temperance is about, as it is representing the internal cooperation, it's about compromise. and experimenting a way to do things better. So yeah, I think the cooperation is within. And definitely the party of three involved in Senegal in January 2024. So I feel like the beginning of January 2024, there's already significant things going on in Senegal, and it actually paves the way for the entire year. Okay, so now I want to talk about Senegal February 2024. How's the conflict going on internally, externally? Internally, externally. Okay, the bottom is the world card. It's about completion. So I remember in January, the bottom is 10 of Swords. So there is a major defeat and major ending. But the world is the next level because it is the biggest card among the major arcana. So I would say we will see some sort of endings in January, but that is not the finalized situation. In February, a more important culmination will come through in February. So the internal is represented by the Hierophant. So things happening in January about the cooperation will linger towards February. Temperance represented how in the external position, foreign places, foreign countries. In February, foreign places and foreign countries, the rest of the world, will be aware of the internal compromise of the Senegal country. So, the compromise and the cooperation is starting to happen in the month of January, and in February, it will go towards the world stage. And as I said, because the world card is very major, so I think in February there must be clarity about the Senegal area. So now I would like to talk about March 2024, a conflict or situation in Senegal. Internal situation, how external see it. Okay. It's pretty good because at the bottom is Four of Swords. Four of Swords means peace. And when it is paired with Star card means healing, renewal, and pulling in the resources to heal, to nourish the land. Externally, the external world will see Senegal as stable. And also, Four of Pentacles is not only stable, but it is about resources, finances. So I think the outer world will see Senegal as having a concern in resources and understanding the need to be stable to secure itself. So for some reason, I think the country itself will focus on preserving the things they have, especially resources. Yeah. So I think March will be relatively safe and peaceful for Senegal. So I just want to ask the universe, since looks like the peace is being restored in March, should I keep looking beyond March for Senegal? Is there a need to look beyond March? Or I can move forward to another. Look beyond March for Senegal. Another. Okay, so here's the thing. As I said, because the Hermit is a major arcana and it's also about seeking. I would say I'm gonna talk about the other. But because the Hermit, it is represented before in, I think, January or February. As I said, there is someone who is very wise in the Sahel region, and they do have a say about the situation, and they are influencing Four of Pentacles. It means financial stability. And earlier, I remember that Senegal actually, well, what I want to do is I want to point towards, I think the universe wants me to talk about the Hermit energy, which is the country or the person who is involved in a peace talk, who will bring the Four of Pentacles energy to Senegal. Is this Hermit another country within the Sahel? Or actually a foreign power? Or actually something else? Something else. Okay. I think it's about money. And it's also about the Tower. So it's about disruption. Disruption of the stability. And as it is being represented by the Tower, so I think it's another country in Sahel region that has been or has gone through upheaval before. Star card. So can you please point towards which country specifically in Sahel that we need to know more about right now? Please give me clarification which one. Because at least I list out 10 countries within the region. Should I pick one among these 10? Or other? I think there's another country out of these 10 countries in the Sahel region that is influencing the situation. And remember the devil. Remember we get the Hierophant before. The Hierophant has 3 persons in the picture, and the devil has 3 persons also. But the devil is a definitely manipulative thing, and if it's about other country, is the devil about Western power or Asian power? Oh, okay. Remember earlier, January or February, I put a King of Pentacles for another country, a foreign country interference. I think there is an Asian country that is influencing the peacemaking in Senegal. Somehow this King of Pentacles is linked to Mali, because I remember Mali, I picked the King of Pentacles. So Mali is definitely involved, and Mali itself is closely connected to an Asian country, I believe so. And Mali can be the hermit who is bringing some wisdom into Senegal. Is the hermit energy more about Mali or that foreign Asian country? Or something else? Mali, foreign Asian country, something else. Queen of Cups. Well, because I'm trying to trace the hermit energy, so the left is Mali, because Mali I picked the King of Pentacles before, which is aligned with foreign countries, a foreign country that is very rich. Magician is a major arcana and is in foreign country position. Queen of Cups can also mean healing. So the other, I don't see much about the other factor. So I think actually, would that be meaning an Asian country is trying to bring the peace, or actually making something out of nothing? You see? Because I remember in January, I put a magician for the situation that is related. Just someone is making something out of nothing, out of nowhere, and it's like playing a trick, but it sort of works in a favor. And it is about a foreign country. And because there's another country within the Sahel region, they have the wisdom about the situation, so they will be like, I think they will support. Sorry, my phone shuts down again for some reason. But anyway, I was trying to figure out if what the High Priestess is representing. Is it an ideology or actually a person? So as the Sun card is represented by the ideology, I do believe that it is an idea more than a person. So it's about clarity. And the clarity is represented by the King of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. So King of Cups is about an emotional male. King can be the ruling class. This person is emotionally mature about the situation, and he has the clarity about things, and it's also linked with finance, money and finances. So I think in the Senegal situation, if there is any conflict happening, I do believe that it will be resolved because of money. And I want to know where the money is coming from. Is it from foreign countries or just internal Sahel region? Okay. Foreign countries. Hierophant. Sahel region, yeah, there's some form of monetary support within the Sahel region countries also, but the major one is the Hierophant. So I want to know, is the Hierophant an Asian country or Western country? I do believe that both Asian countries and Western countries, they are involved financially, but the Western side can become through from, Burkina Faso. Will the Western money go through Burkina Faso? Or somewhere else? Yeah, I do think Burkina Faso plays a role in the peacemaking, because Burkina Faso, at the beginning of this video, they are represented by the Fool. New beginning. But probably Niger also involved. But majorly, I think there will be Western money coming through. Through, Burkina Faso. But definitely, King of Pentacles is about the Asian country. So I want to tap into that. So I want to know, in resolving the conflict in Senegal, since there's money involved, I want to know which side is giving more money to the situation. I would exclude the Sahel region countries because I feel like the most money there, it is coming from outside of the region. Western Asian. I would say I think both Western and Asian, they sort of give quite, if both of them are giving to the region to stabilize the region, the amount shouldn't be too far from each other, because Seven of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles is about a Western country, so they are already put in a lot, and they probably, the Western countries are reflecting about the situation, because it's a period of waiting, representing by Seven of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is definitely giving. So I think the Asian country is trying to give more to the situation right now because they feel the need to. Does it mean the Asian country is giving more? Not necessarily. But they are starting to give. Maybe not more than so far the Western countries have been supporting them, but they're starting to give because they realize the need to do so. So I feel like even though the Western countries, they do have Two of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, they have collaboration, but the Asian side, they have Four of Pentacles, and I remember that Four of Pentacles means something. In March or February, the outer world will see Senegal as aware the need to be financially stable and concerned about the money more than anything. And because this is in the Asian country position, I would say the Asian influence is more in this region, at least from January to March. I want to know the Senegal region, which has greater influences this year in Senegal, the Western or the Asian. Okay, so Western countries, they are withdrawing from Senegal. Asian country, Asian influence coming through, making orders, judgment. You see all the people over here? This person is making an announcement. So the Asian countries, the Asian side is coming towards this region to, make themselves known in the region and try to influence the region. Five of Swords, meaning some people are letting go of the region, and the Asian side is coming towards the region to revive something. And also it can be healing too, because judgment can be healing. So everything has a flip side. What's the good about this judgment? And what's the bad? What's the general? So, okay, the good is about hangman. So I'm thinking something about Guinea is involved in the situation, and maybe there's a compromise or sacrifice, but it's actually a good thing. And this is led by the influence of the Asian country. So for justice is the bad thing. Justice is about agreement, signing a contract. So I'm thinking maybe some countries, they will sign contracts that are actually not good. Justice is about fairness. When it's in a bad position, it means it's not fair. It's not fair. And in general, it gives us Four of Cups. So Four of Cups, and underneath is Nine of Pentacles. Remember, Nine of Pentacles is represented by the Chad and Eritrea. Yeah, Eritrea. I feel like the Chad and the Eritrea, they might if those two countries, the Chad and Eritrea, they're heavily impacted by this sort of agreement that is being unfair, probably Chad will get more benefits. And Chad and Burkina Faso probably will get more benefits than Eritrea. But if this is not about the countries, then it would generally mean, okay, an agreement is being reached, but at the end, some contracts are being signed, and the money is not as good as expected. Okay, now I feel like I'm gonna move towards another country. So now, should I talk about Guinea, Burkina Faso? Other. Okay. Guinea, Burkina Faso. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Guinea right now. Okay, so now I would like to talk about Guinea, January 2024. If there is conflict, how the internal sees it and how the external sees it. So, internally, there is a victory in Guinea. External world see it as taming the beast. The strength card is about taming the beast. It's a very delicate situation, can go out of control, but someone is trying hard to tame it. And there's some form of victory, and Queen of Cups can also mean healing. I think the Gambia might be involved in this situation because at the beginning it is represented by the Queen of Cups. So how do people of Guinea feel in January 2024? Okay, the people from Guinea, they feel like there's cooperation, 7 of Cups. However, they are not sure about what the cooperation will bring. Something is still up in the air. So it's also about daydreaming. They know there's cooperation, but they really don't know much about it. They're thinking, oh, what is that? What is the cooperation about? What's about the strength? How the external world see about the strength? King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. So the outer world will see Guinea as something moving slowly, even though there's a victory, cooperation, but something is very slow and being very practical. King of Swords means logical. So in Guinea, things are very logical and practical and slow moving. In January 2024, I do believe that Guinea is actually not in a very bad place, at least, or if it is not doing good, is going to be sort of like continue. I don't see it as having any outbreaks, because the people in Guinea, they actually feel the harmony of collaboration, and there's some form. So I do believe that in January, Guinea is actually having some form of stability. Now we go to February, Guinea. If there's conflict in Guinea in February, how the internal feels about it, how the external. And also, I would like to tell everybody that I have no plans to do the 12 months today. I think I will only go as far as we need. Then I will just stop. Because the universe message is just telling me that no need to do 12 months. Okay. So in February, Guinea, internally, it's about 9 of Pentacles. It's about self-reliance, self-sufficient. But interestingly, external world will see Guinea as being poor, poverty, scarcity. Ace of Wands means new beginning. So definitely there's a new beginning, and it is about removing the obstacles. How do people of Guinea feel? How they feel in February? Fool. The Fool card is about new beginning, and Page of Wands can be about job, employment, but because the Fool card is represented by another country, which is the Burkina Faso. I just wonder if there's anything related to Burkina Faso. Is this full card, full energy related to Burkina Faso or not? Okay. Judgment. So I feel like in February there will be something major. Hangman. It is representing Guinea this year. It is a major energy of Guinea. So something is being sacrificed. King of Cups. It happens in this. Is it in the Senegal side or? Sorry, I just kind of forgot. But this is related to the person who is emotionally mature and making decisions based on monetary reasons. Will that be? I'm thinking. Is hangman meaning sacrificing sovereignty or something else? Something else. Okay, I think there will be an agreement, a contract that is being signed around February timeframe that involves Guinea. Okay, after this year, is Guinea still an independent country? I think it is still independent, but there's a contract being signed. Why the hangman? What's the hangman about? It's about the Hierophant, Two of Pentacles. Like I still feel like something about Guinea is gonna be sacrificed because of monetary reasons. And it's about another country. Is this sacrifice worth it? Defending boundaries. Defending what matters. Eight of Cups. I wonder if Guinea actually wants some people or something to leave their land, and they actually want to defend themselves, and they find a contract justifying the cost. In the long distance future, will the people of Guinea feel happy about the justice, the contract, and the hangman? Will they feel happy about it in the long run? Oh, they actually feel good about it. They think there's clarity. But still, Seven of Cups at the bottom. They don't have all the facts. Even though they feel good about it, but they don't have all the facts. And when people don't have all the facts, they can be sacrificed somehow. I want to know, what do the Guinea people, they need to know about the possible sacrifice? The hangman element, what do they need to know in order to be prosperous, to be happy? I know there will be an agreement, but why the Hangman and Seven of Cups? What do they need to know? What does the universe want them to know? Okay, so first of all, victory. There will be victory about the deal. Queen of Pentacles. Self-sufficient energy. Resources is getting better and starting to feel secure about finances. Because of that reason, they can try something new and experiment about things. However, there's interference, there's fear. And when the interference hit, Guinea people will feel disappointed. But still, they're gonna cooperate and, you know what, try to be happy about it with the 3 sides of alliances. Queen of Swords. Someone will come through very strong and not emotional about anything. And then there will be a 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords means healing, recovery. It also means traveling. So some people are going away. So I feel like someone will stir the pot. Is this Queen of Swords from the Guinea side or the foreign side? Okay, so I feel like the Queen of Swords I think it's more about the foreign side, but not 100% sure. But what I can see is there will be a transfer of people from this country to that country. Will this transfer of people coming towards Guinea or going to other countries? Oh, okay. So it's pretty sure that the deal will actually drive people away to other countries to work for the other countries. You see what I mean? Yeah, the deal will bring people away actually. But it's not the beginning, but at the last. So at the beginning, the Guinean people feel like they get through this deal, so they have more power to actually experiment things. But the problem is there's disappointment because of the interference. And they have to collaborate because they chose to. And there will be some form of happiness, but then a person will come through and then she'll be like, okay, we want to do this now. We want to transfer the people now. Then people have to go to the other countries. So this is something the universe wants the people of Guinea to know. Like, there is a disappointment. Okay, so I want to know, for Guinea, should I go forward for March prediction, or is enough? Okay, I think I don't need to go towards the March. Okay, now I'll talk about Burkina Faso. If there is a conflict in Burkina Faso in January 2024, what's the internal and how's the external see it? So internally, it is represented by the High Priestess. So it's about wisdom. I think it's about intuition, and it's also about secret dealings, something we don't know. The external is Chariot, meaning it can be war, foreign powers getting involved. What's about the High Priestess? Justice. Justice paired with Six of Pentacles, meaning assistance, being generous. There's an agreement being reached. Is this agreement more about foreign countries or internal? Foreign country involved, but more like an internal deal. What's about the Chariot? Three of Pentacles. I feel like there must be three sides coming together and become an alliance of some form. Page of Pentacles. Money. Discussion about money, financial assistance. Again, I would like to know in January if there's money involved in Burkina Faso. Is it more about Western money or Asian money? Western, Asian. I think for Burkina Faso, it leans towards the money side is more towards the Western side. But Asian side, they do have the collaboration with the Asian side. But the money is not as much as the Western side. At least in January. But you know, devil, wheel of fortune, fool card. So I feel like the relationship between the Western countries and Burkina Faso it reaches to a turning point where previously there were limitations, there were manipulation, but the energy is changing to a more liberating situation. So I think this is an improvement for the relationship between the Burkina Faso and the Western countries, because something is being liberated. But on the Asian side, I do see there's some form of agreement, or maybe some there's harmony, but there's also a lack. Nine of Cups means wishful thinking. Is the Western or Asian influence more prominent in this process in January with Burkina Faso? I think the Western influence in January in Burkina Faso is still very strong, very stable. But there is also something new that is being experimented in Burkina Faso with Asian countries. And temperance is a major arcana that happened before in other spreads. So it's about compromise and experimenting. So I feel like even though the Western side is heavily influencing this region, but they reached a turning point, and the Asian side is actually coming towards them. And I do believe that the Asian side actually brings some hope and some wishes that are coming through, something they feel lack before, but the Asian country, they actually bring something nice to the table. Okay. And I have to apologize. Today, my camera setup is not so good, so I know the reading is just, I don't feel very professional about it, but I tried my best, and I apologize. Sorry. Next time I will set it up better. February, Burkina Faso. If there is a conflict, what's the internal and what's the external? Okay, so internally, things come to light and there's a partnership. External world will see this as a slow process. Magician, new beginning, can be the trickster's energy, making something out of nothing. So there will be major progress in February involving Burkina Faso. What's about the Sun card? Strength, taming the beast. Six of Pentacles. So even though something within the region still wanting to rebel, but there's a force to tame the beast, and it's about the money. How do Burkina Faso people feel about February 2024? Disappointment, Page of Swords, something come to light and they have to be very logical about it. Why disappointed? Ace of Cups, Justice. The people in Burkina Faso is not happy about the contract that is being signed, the agreement being signed. I forgot to pull their feelings for January. What's the feeling of the Burkina Faso people in January about the situation? January, 6 of Swords, 10 of Swords, about ending, defeat, healing. Can be people moving away. Okay, so there's a deal in February. There's a partnership, but the people of Burkina Faso, they don't feel happy about it. That's the thing. How the external world feel? Knight of Pentacles. What about it? Ten of Wands, King of Pentacles. Pressure of finances, or someone who has a lot of money put a lot of pressure to the situation. Okay. I wonder, should I talk about March? Should I just stop? Okay. Okay, for March 2024, Burkina Faso, if there is a conflict, what will be the internal and how the external feel about it? Okay. Internally, Burkina Faso will reach agreement and collaboration. External world will see it as, okay, Four of Cups energy means not being satisfied. There are options, but someone is not satisfied about. Five of Wands, strife energy, conflicts. But why cooperation, but there are still conflicts? What about the Four of Cups? Disappointment. The people of Burkina Faso will show the world that they are disappointed. Disappointment about taming the situation. So in February, the disappointment will continue towards March. What about the Two of Cups? Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Page of Cups means younger people. Nine of Pentacles means self-sufficient, money, gains. Are there decisions made because of younger generations and the money to support them? Why the Five of Cups? Seven of Pentacles, Devil. I think it's about the manipulation. Something from the previous times. Seven of Pentacles energy. Is this Seven of Pentacles energy about the Western countries? Or something else? Taming the beast. Why taming the beast? Why the strength? Six of Swords, Ten of Swords. Still, I think there are a lot of people moving away. And the region is still overcoming recovery. Okay. Should I look forward? Should I predict the April? Should I stop? Okay, Burkina Faso, April. If there is conflict in Burkina Faso, April will be the internal and external. Okay, Hermit World. Remember earlier I mentioned about the Hermit energy, which is actually about someone in the Sahel region who has a lot of wisdom and would like to heal the situation. And I do believe that this is coming forward in April, and it is about money resources based ideology. So internally, the Hermit represents wisdom and learning through experiences, and also introspection. So this country will introspect about the options to move towards a solution. An external world, Eight of Swords, means interference. Someone is being fearful because something is interfering the process. The World card, completion. Why the Eight of Swords? The Sun card, partnership, King of Pentacles. Okay, so definitely in April, there's a partnership going forward with a very rich country or someone who has a lot of money. Why the Hermit? Ace of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Ace of Cups means emotional energy, new love, about financial stability. So I want to know, is this Sun card about the Asian country or Western country or something else? Okay, so it becomes very clear that in April there will be an alliance from the Asian side, but there is manipulation. And the Western side is kind of Seven of Cups, not much going on. Something is work in progress, and the Devil is about manipulation. So for Burkina Faso, they also have to be very aware of the alliance, if there is an alliance coming forward, because there is manipulation, and it can also mean manipulation coming to light. So I want to know, is this Devil a past agreement or past manipulation, or new one forming? Past, new, past, new. The new one. The new one. The new one is coming through. The new manipulation is coming through with money. But previously, for the Western side, I remember there was a Devil already. So I do believe that the universe wants to mention about this. It's not to, or actually be very aware. If something is being manipulated before, someone is coming towards and manipulate again, but in a different fashion. Okay. Wonder should I predict more? Oh wow. How do Burkina Faso people feel in April 2024? Four of Cups, Five of Swords. Losing a battle. Some people are losing. Somebody are winning. Four of Cups, dissatisfaction. Okay. Is there a need to look beyond April? Or just enough now? Look beyond enough. Okay. In May, Burkina Faso, if there is a conflict, what's the internal? In May, Burkina Faso, if there's a conflict, what's the internal and external? External. Okay. Internally, May, Burkina Faso will reach a point of new beginning. External world will see it as healing. Queen of Cups is also about emotions. Queen of Swords, I remember that she actually appears in the Senegal side, but not necessarily pointing towards that, but it means somebody is making very logical decisions. Taking off a mask. So I feel like the major thing in Burkina Faso will actually happen. The new beginning will actually happen in May. What's about the Fool? Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands. New beginning of money, financing options, and monetary transfer. And it involves a decision, a period of waiting too. Has to make a choice. It will happen in May. Why the Queen of Cups? Ace of Pentacles. The Moon card. Subconscious, something unknown behind the scene. Ace of Pentacles is a good thing. The beginning of prosperity. So, I do think that there is an agreement being signed, and there will be a new beginning in the May. In May, how people of Burkina Faso feels, how they feel. Some people lost the game, some people win the game, but they feel losing it. Hangman, sacrifice. Is this something... Is this Five of Swords related to Guinea or Burkina Faso themselves? Oh, Guinea. There might be something disruptive about Guinea, and Burkina Faso is actually collaborating. I wonder if these two regions will actually merge. Queen of Swords energy. Someone is trying to merge something amid crisis. Whew. Okay, let's look in May. What's the relationship between Guinea and Burkina Faso? Four of Swords, peaceful energy. Queen of Wands, creative, protective energy. Hermit. Okay, the person who is very wisdom, who has a lot of wisdom. Something happened in April. King of Swords, logical decision. Six of Pentacles, assistance. Partnership. Change of partnership. Conflict of money. Okay, so I would say between Burkina Faso and Guinea in May, there is an attempt to find peace. Someone who is very protective about the situation come towards with a lot of wisdom, and there comes a very logical partnership, but there is still conflict going on because of money. I just wonder, will Guinea and Burkina Faso actually combine something in May, or they remain separate? I think there will be an agreement between Guinea and Burkina Faso. But the agreement will involve some kind of restriction and manipulation. Okay. Should I predict Burkina Faso June? Should I just stop? Okay. If June there's a conflict in Burkina Faso, what's the internal? What's the external? Okay. In June, Burkina Faso, there's something happening very quickly. Eight of Wands energy, very quickly. Can be air travel also. Nine of Wands means someone being wounded. Someone's being hurt. It's very guarded. A very guarded situation. Three of Wands is about foreign places, foreign lands. Business collaboration. Is it a diplomatic trip or what? What's about the Eight of Wands? Chariot. Chariot can mean cars. It can mean wall. Four of Pentacles. But in this case, I think it is more about, can be a war about money, but can be a decision about financial stability. Clarify Chariot. Is it about a decision of money? Or is it about a war? It's about money. Five of Cups, disappointment. Queen of Swords, I think, can be a female who is very prominent in this Burkina Faso situation. This Queen of Swords, she experienced a lot of things in the past, and she's not really emotional, and she only thinks in her way, my way or highway. Like if someone is opposing her, she doesn't really care. And she's making the decision about the money. Is this Queen of Swords foreign or just internal people from Burkina Faso? Internal. Queen of Swords energy is someone within the country. I wonder if this person in the future, she or maybe they, I want to go towards the gender neutral way to be safe. They might make an agreement with the other countries to send people overseas to work for those countries. In June, how the Burkina Faso people feel about the situation. The Hierophant, the word completion. You know what? Hierophant can also mean ceremony. So I can imagine that in the Senegal side, there will be a ceremony that is held in the June time frame. It's about the peace, it's about the deal. Okay, universe, I want to know for Burkina Faso, should I predict beyond June? Or should I just stop? Beyond June, just stop. Beyond June, just stop. Okay. In July, if there is a conflict in Burkina Faso, what's the internal and what's the external? Judgment, announcement. Internally, there will be action. Can also mean some form of victory, but it's at the beginning stage. Knight of Swords, external world will see Burkina Faso as taking action to fight, to actually cut through all the obstacles. There will be an announcement. What about the Ace of Swords? Is it about a military conflict or just implementing some policy change or something else? Okay. I don't think it's a military conflict. If it is, then it is very emotionally driven. I think it is a policy change in July in Burkina Faso, and something that is being renewed and something is being healed. How Burkina Faso people feel about July? Okay, the people feel like there is a collaboration, there is harmony, so I don't think the conflict will continue. At least there is partnership in July. But the partnership also brings dissatisfaction. It's not perfect. I want to know, universe, should I predict beyond July? Should I stop? Okay. I sort of want to tap into why the Four of Cups. It's about defeat, Eight of Swords, the fear of being defeated, and people leaving. Are they afraid about their own people leaving the country, or some other people leaving the country? yeah, there are decisions that will impact the family, the people within the country. Like I think there are big migrations going on in Burkina Faso, and many people actually move away. So I think there's a deal going on, but the deal will drive people away. That's the thing. Why the deal will drive people away? King of Cups, Page of Wands. It's about work and employment. Employment. Is this work and employment in overseas country? Something else. Yeah, I think it's overseas countries, and it's a lot of hard work. People are being sent out from the region to another country to do a lot of hard work. Is the hard work worth it? High Priestess, the Empress. Yes, I do believe that there are gains. But why the High Priestess? Is it a good or bad thing? Queen of Wands. False Walls. That will bring peace. What's the downside? Nine of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. The downside is when people look back to the history, they know what to worry about. And it can also mean waiting for people probably to come back to the country, and there are a lot of worries. Clarify what's the Seven of Pentacles. Nine of Wands, the World. Something will make them feel very guarded. It doesn't feel safe. The deal doesn't feel safe. World card is also about traveling. Will there be limitations about freedom for traveling? Will the Burkina Faso people be free in regards to this deal? No, they will lose some of the freedom of their homeland, their motherland. So I do believe that is this because of needing to migrate to other country that creates separation from the motherland, or something else? Yeah, I think some people, they have to move away, and in their homeland there's also disruption. What's the Tower about? The world. Completion, unifying. Hierophant. I think there is a unifying forces coming towards, but then the Burkina Faso people will feel like this union and partnership actually, yes, it brings a unified forces, but there is a downside. How do people of Burkina Faso feel about this Hierophant and the world? The Empress, Temperance, can be an experiment about the motherland. Is this about or an experiment about money? Is this Empress about the merging of lands, or simply money? Something else. Okay. the merging of lands. Okay, I do believe that there will be geographical change. There will be geographical change. How Burkina Faso people see the geographic change. New beginning. King of Pentacles, money, prosperity. Lovers, collaboration. Six of Pentacles, financial assistance. Knight of Cups, invitation. Hierophant. New beginning of the alliance of. I strongly feel like there will be three places coming together. There will be the ceremony. What is about the merging? You will know when the ceremony happens. In August, Burkina Faso, if there is internal conflict, what will be it? And how the external sees it. Internally, High Priestess energy. Something is still working, still cooking, and is secretive. External world see it as Page of Pentacles, meaning money is involved, money news. Knight of Wands, people mobilizing. What about the Page of Cups? I mean Page of Pentacles. New beginning. Nine of Swords. The outer world will see Burkina Faso as having a new beginning in financial matters, but that comes with worries. What about the High Priestess? Three of Swords, Nine of Wands, being wounded. Being wounded by something that is not being told before. What the matters is related to Three of Swords. Defeated King of Cups. I think there's someone who is trying to make a decision that is quite emotional, and they have a lot of emotional strength in them, but still there is a defeat. Someone's trying to be wise, but doesn't mean there's no pain. Okay. I want the universe to tell me. Should I predict September or just stop? Okay. September, Burkina Faso. If there is a conflict, what's the internal? What's the external? I do see there are movement. People moving away to find peace. Internal, the matter will be about the Queen of Pentacles. So it is about self-reliance, self-sufficient, and being financially stable. But this person doesn't care much about what the outer world is happening. The outer world will see Four of Pentacles. So financial decision that is based on financial stability, and the people, the human rights, they don't matter that much, because everything is about the money. Probably because of that reason, people are moving away. Clarify, what's the Queen of Pentacles? The World. Something major is culminating. The Tower. So the ending of a disruption, probably it will happen in September. What's the World about? Judgment, announcement. The Emperor. Someone from the authority will make the announcement in September, telling the people, telling the world that something has been completed. Four of Pentacles can also mean stability. Why the Four of Pentacles? So the world will see it as under a lot of pressure, and there is a new beginning. Okay. How do Burkina Faso people feel in September? Ace of Swords, Ten of Cups. So Ten of Cups is about happiness. It's about family happiness. And Ace of Swords meaning taking action to restore the family happiness. I want to know, will the peace be restored in September in Burkina Faso? Yeah, it will. Because in September, Burkina Faso, there will be a change in money and it will bring stability. Okay. I want the universe to tell me, should I look beyond September for Burkina Faso, or should I stop? Beyond, stop. Beyond, stop. Okay. The maximum I will predict is through September, December this year. But I will stop whenever the universe is telling me to stop, if they're telling me to. So if there's conflict in Burkina Faso, internal, external, in October, internal, external. In October, Burkina Faso itself, it's facing some uncertainty because Seven of Cups energy is very stuck. They don't have all the information on their hands, so they have to think about things. And they don't know what will be the direction going forward. External world will see Burkina Faso as being wounded. Being very cautious about the situation. Seven of Pentacles, it means a period of waiting. Something has not culminated yet. What's about the Seven of Cups? The Empress, Tower, the disruption. Empress, is it about military conflict or some other conflict? I think there is some kind of conflict about, someone I mentioned previously, she wants to, or they want to make a decision that is very logical, and they don't care much about the people and the rights and whatever. They just feel like because they have been through something before and they believe that will be true as the same this time. So they feel like they are on the right path and they don't care much. But the thing is, I think this is a monetary matter, but there is actually a conflict going through about the money. How do people of Burkina Faso feels in October? King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, new beginning of financial matters. So people actually will feel like, oh, we're getting rich. But do they actually feel happy? Yeah, they feel happy because I feel like it's the Asian money, or from the Asian side, is coming through in October prominently, and to alleviate some poverty matters. So, universe, tell me, should I predict beyond October or just stop? Beyond October, just stop. Beyond October, just stop. Beyond, stop. Okay. November 2024, Burkina Faso. If there's a conflict, what's the internal and external? Ace of Cups in the bottom, something emotional, but it also means new love. Internal, if there's a conflict, that will be about foreign powers, foreign lands. External, Eight of Swords. The outer world thinks Burkina Faso is full of fear and dealing with interference. What's the Three of Wands about? Magician, Ten of Swords, trickster energy. Ten of Swords is about defeat, failure. Can be some kind of ending and beginning. What's the Ace of Swords? New beginning. Something unknown. Page of Cups, younger people. I think in November, Burkina Faso is actually facing some fear about the unknown. Something new is happening, but there is a lot of fear and interference. So what is about the Magician? Queen of Wands, Three of Pentacles. I think it's about the alliance of three sides. They're actually talking about things, discussing. Queen of Wands can mean, is Queen of Wands meaning the boundary of the countries, geographic boundaries, or some other form of protection, or something else? Okay, November. The three sides that are being involved in the conflict, they will talk about the boundaries of the countries geographically. And a leader of a very wealthy country is involved. Is this King of Pentacles from the Asian side or Western side? Yeah, I do believe the Asian countries, they are involved. Have I asked about how the people feel? Burkina Faso people feel in November. I think the geographic matter can actually make the people feel bad in Burkina Faso. They might be losing some land. Okay. Universe, should I predict beyond November? Or just stop? Okay. In December, Burkina Faso, if there's a conflict, what's the internal or external? Okay, so internal, new money, the beginning of prosperity. External, Page of Swords means clarity, some news about some problems that will come ahead in December. And this is about financial stability. Why the Page of Swords? Five of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, poverty, family, something about the people. People are suffering still. Why the Ace of Pentacles? The Moon card. It's about the subconscious, it's about the unknown. Page of Cups, younger generation. I keep thinking maybe the younger people, because the Moon card is about Cancerian energy, it's about nurturing. Are the younger people suffering? I want to know how the younger people in Burkina Faso, how they are doing in December. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is about emotions. Queen of Pentacles means they are feeling emotional towards having their own space and own boundaries. How do younger people of Burkina Faso feels about their safety and their boundaries in December? They're not happy and they're talking about it. Okay. In December, younger people in Burkina Faso, they are starting to discuss about their boundaries, I think geographically, because they feel the threat and they feel sad about the change. Okay, so I'm not going to be on December, but I do feel the universe wants the Burkina Faso people to know something before I end this reading. There's a defeat. The Four of Pentacles is about financial stability, and there will come peace. There are a lot of discussions about the assistance receiving from an alliance or an alliance of three, but definitely someone who is bigger and wants to be a leader, and they're very traditional, not open-minded. Ace of Cups, new love, emotional new beginnings. Fool card, new beginnings. But there comes the conflict. Sun card, things coming to light, partnerships. Okay, so in general, I can see that for the Burkina Faso people, there will be a defeat and some people will leave the country definitely. probably previous powers that are influencing the region, they will move away, and then some money and financial stability will kick in, and then people will feel like, okay, we are peaceful now. But then in the surrounding places, there are still things going on and people are talking, but internally they feel like, okay, we are at peace now. And then people will always talk about, okay, we're getting the assistance, the help from the bigger ones, the hierophants, from the hierophants. Exactly what is that? I'll leave this to you. You can figure it out when there are ceremonies involving 3 parties, foreign, domestic, whatever in the region. If there is a 3, look towards it. That's it. Gaining assistance from them, new emotional truth, emotional love, brand new beginning, but there comes the conflict, paired with the sun, conflicts about relationship, partnership. I can tell if some countries, or maybe one particular country, whatever collaboration that is coming through this year, there will be still conflict. So it's not the end of the conflict, because the new alliances will bring conflict. So for the Burkina Faso people, what's the universe want to tell them? How to navigate through this conflict, the new conflict of the alliance. Cut through all the obstacles. 5 of Cups, disappointment. Because of being disappointed, they become revolutionary to fight back. Is this Knight of Swords, this revolution? There will be a revolution happen in the future in order to reach harmony and agreement. So the universe message is to fight against the things that are bringing disappointment and to fight for equality. And it's painful, and it needs a lot of strength. That's the thing. Because whatever the alliance is happening, they will bring disappointment. And there will be a process of fighting in order to reach harmony and true partnership based on understanding. So that's the thing. I want to know, is it good to wrap it up now? Okay. Wheel of Fortune. The universe still has something want to talk. What is Wheel of Fortune representing? Okay. So there will be a change in the region. And people will wonder about what's gonna happen next. What's next? Some people will leave. There will be a defeat. 5 of Cups, disappointment. And then there's burden, a lot of pressure. 5 of Pentacles, poverty. Page of Swords, gaining clarity about the poverty is necessary in the process. What's the Page of Swords energy? Nine of Cups, 2 of Cups, The important thing is to be aware of the wishes that are accompanied by collaboration and partnerships. The clarity is required. Are these partnerships related to wishes? Are they good partnerships? They can be good partnerships somehow, but they're not very stable. That's the thing. It comes with a lot of judgment. Like, why are you not doing that? Why are you doing that? You have to follow my rules. Remember? I do think this is coming from the Asian side. Something coming through. Like, I'm coming to help. But you have to follow these rules. And you're not doing this right. You have to follow my rule. You have to do this, do that, do this, do that. What's the message the universe want to give the Sahel region about this? There will be quick development about money. Be quick about the money to heal a situation that will bring protection to the region. And the fight, Knight of Swords, I believe it happens before, it's about fighting for the equality in partnerships. Nine of Swords, lovers. True partnerships comes with worries. Unified, the world disruption. To strike down the old standard and to reach a unified conclusion, solution. But very guarded, and guarded towards the King of Pentacles, who is putting in the money. So the universe message for the Sahel region is be very cautious about the money that is coming through. Be guarded and act quick to use the money to restore the harmony. In the process, they need to fight for equality and true partnership. And in order to be really unified and be complete, really reaching the goal. And you know what? In order to reach a unified conclusion, a very delicate approach is needed. And they also need protection. Nine of Wands. Mentality protection. Have to be guarded. Don't trust everything easily, knowing that there's a price. But if the money is being spent quickly to reorganize and to heal the region quickly, and in the process, fight for the equality and the right that are deserved, but may be compromised in the negotiating process, then a goal will be reached. Does it mean forever happiness? Probably not. And it's better to not be totally happy and satisfied, because Nine of Wands energy means boundaries, having the boundaries that are necessary. So I think I'll wrap this up now. Yes, okay. Sun card. There's the clarity I have brought through in this reading for this region. So to wrap it up, I would say the conflict will be resolved in a manner where outer influences will involve with money, monetary support, and that will bring conflicts. But throughout the conflicts, there are new renewals and recovery. And in this process, just need to remember things have to be rebuilt fast, and in the process, fight for equality, fight for boundaries. And it's good for everybody involved because boundaries bring healthy connections and long-term development. And only boundaries, terms and conditions will bring respect and harmony and free from manipulation. I hope you all have a happy new year. And if you have any comments, please leave that below and I'll try to respond. And thank you for all the patience. Take care. Bye-bye.